Hi everybody, my name is Nicole DeFabio and I'll be presenting an alternative to our current SLO program, and the alternative being the Plan, Do, Study, Act model, currently also known as the STEP framework. Both PDSA or Plan, Do, Study, Act and the STEP framework are alternatives to our current SLO model, and they both place teacher teams at the center of their own learning and inspire administration to coach their staff to permanent school-wide changes. PDSA, which is the original version of this program, was first implemented in the healthcare field. It was designed to include short cycles of continuous observing, testing, and learning. In education, the goal is similar. As teachers, we will be asked to observe, test, and learn, and administrators will be our support. I like to think of this as a combination of team, which gives new teachers the ability to pick their own goals, research, and report to a mentor, and the old way of setting goals before our current SLO program. PDSA looks to answer three important questions. What problems are we trying to solve in our schools? What changes might we introduce and why introduce them? And how will we know what changes are actually causing improvement? This may either look to you as very complicated or maybe even on the other spectrum too vague, but other districts across Connecticut are implementing this. Some of those districts include Guilford, Connecticut and Mansfield, Connecticut public schools. Both of those districts call this program STEP. STEP is essentially the PDSA model with a different acronym. STEP actually gives teachers and administrators more of a structure and a really great timeline that we'll be going over next. The STEP initiative was designed as a PLC model. There we go with another acronym. PLC stands for Professional Learning Community, but STEP offers a clearer timeline than PDSA. The goals of the STEP program is to promote methods for effective teaching, identify effective practices and learn from teachers who implement them, and encourage continual learning and improvement for all teachers. The first step in the STEP program is known as SEEK. The SEEK step asks teachers to gather and collaborate and to all communicate a challenge that they have in common. This can be across grade level, across content, or even both, which means that the social studies teacher could work with the gym teacher, who could also work with the art teacher. The challenge must be large enough to make an impact on the school, but also small enough to complete in a short period of time. A school system in Palm Beach, California, attempted to help prepare their students to be ready to learn. That was their goal. They wanted to help prepare their students to come to school ready to learn. As they did their research, they quickly realized that this was a multi-step program and a program that needed multiple parts and multiple players. They had to contact the police department, the bus company, the lunch crew, the parents, etc. Alas, it failed. There were just too many complex moving parts. But you also can't pick a goal that's too small. For example, Jimmy keeps blowing his nose in his face mask, and we need this to stop. That won't affect the whole school climate, but just Jimmy's own hygiene. The dates to complete this goal are September 1st to October 15th. In this time frame, we analyze and observe our students, we identify a focus, and we create student growth goals with 2 indicators. We also meet for initial conferences by October 15th. Step number 2 is known as the Discover step, and the team discovers successful practices others have tried through research. Once these practices are identified, teams will work together in inquiry circles to come up with what they think would best provide the results they're looking for. This timeline includes all time in school from October to February. And in this time frame, you gather student data, you research positive deviance in your room, you use literature and podcasts, webinars, and conferences, you summarize adult findings, identify areas for intervention, and show how you will measure student outcomes. And if things don't go as planned, you could also revise your student goal, which can happen if needed, and it's also supported by the administration team. This plan will be set in place by mid-year conference time. Step 3 of this program is called Confirm. Confirm is where we test our practices and measure the impact in our real-world classrooms and environments. This process lasts from February to June, and it includes a lot of reflection and a lot of continued action. It also includes check-ins with your evaluator and creating summaries of data. The complete reflection and self-assessment is saved for the end of the year conference. And finally, this might be the most impactful step, the 4th step, which is share. This step is called share because you are to share your success and your hard work with East Haddam Public Schools. This is so that all of us can benefit from your hard work, and that this could create a whole school climate and culture change. STEP has the potential to become a high-impact, teacher-driven, sustainable method for promoting better teaching that lasts over years and years. The rubric to evaluate teachers for STEP is as follows. Currently in Mansfield, Connecticut, there is a 4-point scale with met at a 3 and exceeded at a 4. To reach your 3 or your met, you have to be partially met or met student growth indicators, and you have to provide evidence of research and implementation of intervention strategy. How this reads to me is we are not only being just assessed on whether or not students reached goals, but also what work did we put in to make sure that they could reach those goals. So our research is being valued, and our efforts outside of just the student growth goal is being valued by administrators. Our exceeded is met or exceeded student growth indicators and provided evidence of substantial research and implementation of intervention strategies. Both of these ratings, or all of these ratings, will be shared with teachers during the end of the year conference. This is a solo meeting between you and your administrator, even despite you working in small groups throughout this process. Your small PLCs are your support and your teammates. I hope this helped answer any questions you might have regarding the new SLO alternative being introduced and rolled out this year. Please feel free to contact me with any other questions you might have. Thank you.